Republican Senator Mark
Looming economic conflict between the U.S. and China. In an op-ed for The Telegraph, the senator says that China is looking to overtake the dollar as the world's reserve currency, highlighting how China's yuan has become the most traded currency in Russia. It's not a surprise. The senator's warning comes as several countries, including Argentina, France, Brazil, have seen increased use of the yuan instead of U.S. dollars in business deals. Here to weigh in on all of this, former Defense Secretary Mark Esper. So, Secretary Esper, if China does, in fact, have aims to topple the dollar as the world's primary reserve currency, how do they do that?
Well, good morning, Adrienne, and thanks for having me on and to discuss this topic. It is very important. This is one pillar in China's strategic plan to displace the United States by its anniversary in 2049, but to displace the United States as the world's leader and replace it with their norms and values, so forth and so on. And substituting the yuan for the dollar is part of that strategy. Now, how would they do it? They continue to use their economic influence as the world's second largest economy to demand, to request, to coerce other countries in various transactions, either country to country, business to business, that they use the yuan. Of course, as you mentioned, that's what's happened with Brazil, Argentina. We know that in Russia, the largest foreign currency used in that country today is the yuan. So we see the growth happening. It's still less than 3% of global currency reserves, but we do see some growth in the use of the yuan.
So what would it mean in terms of warfare, economic warfare, and national security if this did happen?
Well, in the near term, this is part of the reason why the Chinese want more countries to use the yuan in transactions. It would therefore insulate them from any sanctions, financial sanctions by the United States or Europe against China if they were to make a move on Taiwan in the near term. So that's a reason why they want to insulate themselves by using the yuan more. So that's what they're trying to do. And again, we would lack transparency in terms of trades and purchases going on out there in the global economy. And we wouldn't know what exactly the Chinese were doing and buying.
But wait a minute. Let's just put all this in perspective. That we know it could happen. They want to do it. But how likely is it? How likely is it that it's really going to happen?
It's very unlikely to happen.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The growth in the foreign currency exchange of the yuan is under 3%. For the United States, it's nearly 60% of global banks holding the dollar as a reserve currency. But look, we got to keep an eye on it. We have to understand what the Chinese are doing. And we need to be careful about not overusing financial sanctions to impose our will around the world. Senator Rubio talks about that some as well. And that's
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.